are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Time for our tale of the tape. And here he is in the flesh, Terrence Bud Crawford. 5'7", 135 pounds even. That's the lightweight. Terrence Bud Crawford. This bout is... So they stare into each other. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. One punch could change everything in this battle. Do you believe what we're seeing? The straight right just misses. There's a counter shot. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good defense stopping that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
Here we go for round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Punch, counter punch. Swing and a miss with that hook. He threw a punch and just got countered. Punch. A perfect counter land. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Gathering your pace and win the round back. Take away that.
You're smart, you weren't loading up, but you're still landing your power.
Me? The fight's not over yet. You gotta get out there and win this round, kid. You had everything in the bag. And now you're gonna let him back into it. Let's get out there, get your butt in already.
Right hand's beautiful, that's it. Just start sticking.
Breathe when you're stepping away.
Let's get it started in round 3. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
No rest for the weary. Beautiful counter punch. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That jab misses. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Straight right just misses. It's all offense all the time. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Spots.
Great round, now relax, relax.
That can win the round, right?
Back at it in round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That right jab just misses. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Misses with the straight left. A perfect counter lands. How about that time counter shot? They are giving us a high-tempo show. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round.
Well, we know they've got the advantage.
On to the fifth we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
That jab doesn't score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good defense on that left hook. We wanted action, and they are delivering. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Good round. Feel good? Good, man.
It was a bad round. But we don't care. We don't care. Go out there, you win.
Set him up, but you take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered.
You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've led him back into this. You're better than this. Go back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics.
Go straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great. Stay
Not
focused.
to make mistakes and you're switching over. I need you to switch back on. Get focused.
Getting your time in already. Right.
This is the beginning of round 6. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Parries that jab away. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Here comes round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Misses with the straight left. Crawford is dazed. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Crawford in trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
There's the bell to start round 8. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Miss with that jab. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Missing with the hook. Oh, a little rope-a-dope here. Carrying away the right hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We knew it was going to be close, but that's as close as...